What a podcast on a fucking Sunday afternoon in God's day. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Ciaran, Bartlett and Aaron Butler. Ciaran, Bartlett, how are you?
What's happening? Very glad there were steps there, won't lie.
He was asking me before we went up, he's like, is there steps there? And I was like, I don't even know. And he was like, you need
Aaron
to help
said
me.
earlier, he mobility it up onto it. He just hopped up. And I can't.
Well,
I mean, that's about my hip height. That's a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, look, you're here, and the most important is there is steps there. Obviously, you can't see it from the back, but we're delighted we could do that. Aaron, why? Why do you look like what the fuck?
Because I can, Andrew. That's why. Because I can.
Do you think, Ciaran, you could pull that look off?
No, I could probably do the vest. I can't do shorts like that.
No.
No, I think I could do like a vest like that, but only if it had like wee dirty bits like egg yolk and all on it, just to complete the look.
Would look like a chef from Ramsay's kitchen.
Yeah. Look like one of the slobs that like he goes to help out. You know, on Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah,
one of those people that thinks they know how to cook because of where they were born.
Yeah.
You know, I'm from Boston. I know a good meatball. You're like, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm from Blacks Road. I know a good fucking baguette, mate. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
How do you guys both when the sun hits? Do you love it when the sun comes, or are you? I'm one of these guys that I really like it. I'm a 22-degree kind of guy. 22s is perfect for me. Anything above 22, I'm kind of like, fuck this shit. You know, like I wouldn't go to a 30, 40. You know, people go on holiday to go to 30 degrees. What do you guys like in the summer? Do you like it, Aaron?
We're less on the spectrum than you are with the summer, I would say. I'd say we...
But like, do you like the summer, Aaron? Are you like, when the sun comes out, are you like, yes, back garden, suntan, I want to maximise the next 3 or 4 months, or does it piss you off a little bit?
Love it. This is my time of year. See when the sun's shining, warm. This is it. Like, I see people who are like, well, I'm an autumn person. I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. Do you know what I mean, though?
Who are these people? Who's an autumn
They're
person?
in the room. I'm telling you now, there's people. Say, people. Who's autumn people?
I'm an
Give me a cheer.
guy.
Why?
Who the fuck is that?
I
One
like
person. I'm an autumn person.
Ciaran, why do you like autumn?
I like autumn. I'm not saying I like it more in the summer. Do you know what I like about do you know what I like about the hot weather? Is watching people be dickheads in this town. People doing this, for instance, for real.
Yeah.
And then
Tops off weather.
And then I enjoy just looking up the Black Mountain and seeing it smolder. Just people are like, sun's out, let's light fire to the mountain. I love that.
Yeah.
And like driving up like streets and somebody's busted like a fucking fire hydrant. I love that.
Yes, remember
Does
they
that
used to do it
still
all the
happen?
time?
Do people still do that?
Did they do it in Cork?
You know the bust the fire hose open like?
What's this?
You know, like you go to the FH grating and bust it and fucking all the water comes out and you just stand looking at it going,
Yeah.
No.
All the kids play around it. No.
What the fuck? Are you short of water here?
Ironically making it harder for the fire brigade to put out the fires on the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a real feeder system.
Yeah.
From the fire in the mountain.
Do you know what I love in the summertime is going down to Helen's Bay and seeing all these fucking Aegis going into the water. You know,
That's
like you know these
posh people down there.
you know the cold swimmers. So the people are like, I swim in the sea.
Yeah.
I'm a cold swimmer. I'm like, no, you're a divorced mom of 2, right? That your friends have told you need new activities because your ex-husband's got the kids on a Saturday, right? And you're probably addicted to smack, right? I am fucking. You see, I swim in the sea now. No, you fucking like. I hate it. Cold swimming is really good for you. Just have a cold shower and don't tell anyone about it. Stop telling people you wash.
Yeah, cold shower used to be to stop you from having a wank, and now it's like.
Has anyone ever been in the shower with the massive urge to wank and went, I better not do this?
No, did you ever?
I must stop this wank immediately.
They hit us with stuff like that. Did any of you not get hit that in school?
Who hit you in school?
You would have got that in school. See, now, you when they were telling you not to wank, they would have said, get a cold shower.
Who's told you that?
Fucking school.
What lesson was
Do you remember around the
Religion.
time of your life when they would have said stuff like, you'll go blind?
Yeah.
Well, you could stop yourself going blind by having a cold shower. This was true. Sorry, I don't mean it is true. I mean, it's true that I was told these things.
Yeah.
I didn't just pull that out of my whole life.
I went to the Christian Brothers and they did not give me that advice. I know
They'd
that sounds
probably
like
be
the
fucking-
advice.
They encouraged you to wank. They
gonna
made the
say,
showers
yeah.
hot. They were like fucking.
Yeah.
They were like, Andrew, turn the heat up, big lad.
Oh, here, you don't like it over 22, do you? It's 25 in here. You know what I mean?
Have a wank, it'll make it colder.
Oh my god!
Put
So
yourself down.
in the summer, do you enjoy it, Ciaran, or you just like the madness of it, but do you actually actively sit in it?
No, I don't like sitting out in direct sunlight. That's not. I'm like a toad. I need to be kept vaguely moist, or else I'm not gonna. I won't enjoy myself. Now, what I will say is, I've recently there's like you have extra bits when you're a big unit. You have extra wee places. Not, like you do. You have extra wee bits. That's not even funny. Like. You have like everybody, like most people will have, you know, your standard feet, legs, bum, torso, arms.
Most people, yeah.
Most people, right?
Yeah, some don't.
But big people have all that, and then maybe like your sweat lines, maybe like your underditty, maybe your crevice.
Your what?
Your underditty.
You're under, did it?
There's a bit I have, mate. I could fucking ferment fish under my tits if I had to.
That's pretty cool.
I can hide. I can actually put my wife's leg in here. That's a true story. See when she's cold, mate. The phrase "Can I put my leg in the crevice?" will be used. I have a cupboard in my back.
It's like that movie 127 hours and the leg gets stuck. It's like, oh no.
And the thing is, Ciaran, I know your wife, and I will never look at her in that same way again. Like,
Yeah. I know where those legs have been.
yeah.
It's crevice.
But I don't like sitting out in the heat. No, unless I have a wee. Do you know, like I like a wee poly pineapple or something.
Wow,
what's a poly pineapple?
A wee like it's literally just frozen pineapple juice. Fucking amazing.
Yeah. You know, do you not have those in court?
I used to have a loop de loop,
Oh, loop loops are good.
wibbly wobbly wanderer,
Yeah, I remember them.
Those.
chalk ice.
The Joker.
Yeah, we have chalk ice.
A Joker?
Jokers are elite.
Do you know what's a great drink? A Joker cocktail, which is Fanta and rum, Fanta and Bacardi. Is it? Yeah. Oh, mate, there's a wee time now. You can only have about 2 of them because it's very sweet, but they're good.
But yeah,
You look very confused.
Yeah.
I don't really drink. I'm just saying it's a good time. It tastes like the Joker lolly,
What's a joker lolly?
like
that's
orange
why.
and orange and like orange.
You know what? Up this year, all fucked up here. man. You don't have the normal
Imagine the outer coating of a loop except instead of that lime, it's orange and it has vanilla ice cream in it inside.
You've thought about this a lot, haven't you?
Great.
Like,
Oh, I made a Joker. I've thought about Jokers. Like,
can I ask you a question? When you give me a cheer here, if anyone here has ever drank Tanora,
The fuck's that?
there you fucking go.
I've had.
That's our joker, mate.
Oh, right, okay.
So
Sidona.
I've had Sidona. Yeah.
Sidona, yeah. Sidona, Tanora, Rock Shandy.
Yeah.
You get
Football
your-
special.
Football special.
Yes.
With a bag of potato.
Oh, do you know what the best crisps are? Right, see down south.
The Republic, yeah.
Yeah. In Ura, they have see Tato waffles. Them bacon ones.
Bird's eye ones.
Oh no, Tato
Crisps.
Tato waffles.
Oh, yeah.
They're like wee lattice.
Oh, yeah.
Wee bacon flavored
Yeah, and
ones.
they've got holes in the middle, like.
Yes, they do.
The holes in the middle.
It means
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
eating less crisp
Oh.
per one. But
And you put it on your tongue and it just melts.
Yeah,
Oh.
mate, smelling them will give you heartburn.
Yeah,
That's
and then
how you know they're good.
After one of them, you need to have a cold shower because you want to have a wank straight away. Like, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I like them.
Ciaran, I want to ask you. I saw you talk to me recently about your love of the South.
Yes.
And where is it you want to move to retire?
Kenmare, County Kerry. I love it down there. Did you
Yeah.
ever be down in County Kerry?
Who's been to Kenmare?
Near Killarney. I like listening to the things you hear Americans saying just vaguely in the background. You know when you're passing them and you'll hear them going, "Oh my God, I wonder what Primark is." And you're like, don't go in there. Don't go in there. They don't make clothes in your size.
We record this podcast up at the Falls Road normally, right? We do it on a Tuesday, and I have to drive up the Falls Road, right? And so the tourists are in the black taxis, right? So there's buses, and you see them all planted on the left, and there's obviously one wee fella from West Belfast who's clearly getting cash, right? And he's standing there like, and you're stopped at the lights, and you can see all these Americans, and they're all looking really sad. You know, like, oh my God, the troubles, man. Oh my God, these people have really suffered. You know, like, and I sometimes drive up and I'd say to myself, I'm going to start fucking shouting at them. You know, like, as I'm going up to do the podcast, I roll the window down, like, you know, I remember once I went up and I played fucking Christy Moore, fucking take back home in Derry, like blasting out loud while some guy was giving the tour. So I'm in the car going, like just shouting at him, just going, get the fuck out, you know, like all this kind of stuff. Like, but it's a big business, that, isn't it? The Black Caps.
Oh yeah, mural tours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to do my own one.
My dad used to do one.
They've put
Did
a
he?
poster of me that at a gig we were doing on the side of a bar in Andytown.
Yeah.
And it's huge, and I feel like it's my mural.
It is.
I enjoy it. Like, I always thought if I end up on the side of a building in Andytown, it'll either be for football or for leading Ireland to victory. But
Now there's people
it's
bringing
for a
Americans
gig.
up like this was Ciaran Bartlett. He was shot in 98. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know. Tell me about your relationship with Kenmare, by the way. I want to know.
I've just been to it a few times. I really like it. I mean, it's like, so you go down towards. You can go the Cork way to it, which is the way we.
It's the best way as well.
It is now because of the
roads.
the fucking the Macroom bypass. There's good Sunday banter for you. That was better. And then but on the way down we went the shitty old Mallow way, which takes forever. But you get to go up over the mountain.
That
at My
lady from
Lady's
Newmarket,
View.
you're from near Mallow, aren't you? Yeah.
Mallow?
fucking
Are you from Mallow?
Near it.
Mallow is like Mallow is nowhere near as much crack as it sounds. I was like, it's gonna be what if there's a marsh near it? You know what I mean? I'm going, oh my God, an actual marshmallow, right? And I'm going, what if you can lick the walls of this town? You can't. That's Blarney. But it was it was fucking. It's just Mallow's one of them towns where it's just a confluence of like 4 road systems.
Yeah.
And it's just a fucking nightmare to
Yeah,
get through.
it's a place, one of the cheapest places in Cork to buy property.
To buy property.
Yeah.
Because it's shit.
Because it's shit.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of nowhere. It's like Larne.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know. It's
It
just
definitely,
fucking
the actual town itself does vibe of, you know all those towns that are sort of the same
Yeah.
here, like Ballymena, Larne, just all towns that just have like a shit one-way system in them.
Strabane.
Strabane.
I've been to Strabane once. I was in and out.
Did you do a gig?
Yeah.
Did you do the boiler room?
Yeah, in your
It's great.
man's front house.
It's fucking that's fucking
The
great.
gig is basically, it's like it's in the sitting room of a man's house.
Oh, is this a different gig?
No, you
it's-
do. It's Rowan Boyle's gig.
Boiler room?
Yeah, it's great.
It's not upstairs.
Yeah, but it's
Oh, right.
like
Oh,
it's
sorry,
in
sorry.
like
You did
it's so
say it's like
small.
it, yeah.
It could be in somebody's sitting room, and I'm doing the gig, and there's a small stage, and you can't see the audience, and it's awkward, and it's really small stage. And this guy walked in, and whatever way he walked in the door, he leaned on the light by accident, and it was like he walked into his house, and it was just a comedy gig going on in his fucking front room.
It's fucking great in there.
But it's a great place. Like Strabane, I found it a bit. I went to the local takeout, the Chippy there.
Oh no.
And it was fucking chaos in there
was
at
gonna
7
say, I
o'clock
can't
on
be
a,
good.
on a,
No.
on a
A
A
Thursday
guy
night.
literally licked my face in Strabane 2 gigs ago up there, and Chloe was raging at me as
Your
if
wife, Chloe.
as if I had allowed it to happen. She's like, I can't believe you did that, and I went, no, he did that to me. Do you know what I mean?
Why did he lick your face?
Because he
I-
couldn't get his leg in his crevice. He's like, I'll do something.
Do you know what? In the back of my head, I was thinking about some sort of a joke like that, but you fucking smashed that
was
one
great.
there,
That
Aaron.
was
Fair
great.
play to you.
No, he was just a weird drunk cunt, and yeah, but Strabane's one of them. I think some of those towns are like, there's not. If you have to go to one of those towns, the worst thing that can happen is when you get to the end of the road, you actually arrive in it. You know what I mean? You actually get to Strabane and go, oh, bollocks.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I'm on time. Fuck's sake.
It's like you're tricked into going
Yeah.
to it and being
What is it about Kenmare you love, though, when you go down with your wife?
It's just, it's a nice wee pace of life. Do you know, they have like loads of like nice wee wanky shops that I like. They have a wee shop that sells like all like wood and all, you know, like
what B and Q?
like wee wooden bowls and all. No, not like B&Q, not like a warehouse. I mean, they have wee bowls like this downstairs here, just like a wee wooden bowl that you look at and go, oh, that's 90 quid, I'll never buy it, but nice to know it's near me.
Yeah,
You can go look at it the next day and go, I won't buy it.
So you're not looking for housing, education, healthcare, or anything
No.
like that? You're
Do you know what
looking
they
at
have? A nice,
wooden bowls.
they have a nice independent bookshop. They have a lovely couple of hotels, loads of restaurants. They have a fucking wee French cafe in it that I love called Maison Gourmet. And I was on first name terms with the staff. After like 3 days.
Of course.
Yeah, they were calling me Mr. Ciaran. which I enjoyed. I think they
like
thought
that.
Ciaran was my surname,
I was
but I
gonna
enjoyed
say,
it.
yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Were they actually French at all?
Yeah, they're proper French.
Proper French, like
aye.
real, like fucking
Here's
French.
a wee story about Maison Gourmet. First time we went there, so on the cups and on the wall they have a picture of this old French woman, and we're like, oh, you're mad, right? And
Yes.
because she's rare looking, like she's really old,
Yeah.
and she's wearing like a wee doily, how like one of them Victorians, she's wearing like a fucking placemat, right? And I was going, all right. And we did one of the wee video bulletin for my Patreon, patreon.com/noblasters. We did a wee video update for that, and then we took photos of me sitting with one of the coffees, being like, all right, for Instagram. And I said to Chloe, I was like, oh, say something rare about this old bitch on the cup. And then I went, actually, do you know what? Don't. That's pointless. It's needlessly mean. Just tag the shop and we'll be nice about it. And so we tagged them, and then they got in touch. We're like, oh, our grandmother would be so happy. And I'm like, oh my God, thank God I didn't be like, smack this bitch last night, and then she's on this cup. You know what I mean? Like I didn't even know what I was gonna say, but something horrific. You know what I mean? Like great coffee, flick. There was definitely your granny's bean tastes nice joke in there. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh my God.
Ciaran, one thing I'm fascinated about you is you're a highly educated man. You're a doctor.
Right.
Isn't that right?
That is right. Yeah.
Yeah. How many doctorates have you got?
Just the one, but I'm doing my second one now.
And what are you a doctor in?
Journalism and media studies.
Fucking brilliant.
And then this next one is classics and ancient history.
Classics and ancient history. Amazing. I used to be a journalist as well, didn't you?
Aye, for a wee bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Shite though. I wasn't very good at it either. I like.
Do you not have a column in the Telegraph currently?
Aye, but that's not journalism. That's me going, here, pay me. That's journalism.
So
that's
journalism.
Me. Yeah.
You're highly educated, so you have a degree, a master's, and a doctorate.
I have 2 masters. Don't bump me, like, you know what I mean?
What have you
degrade
got?
me.
What's your highest level qualification?
I have 2 degrees. I have one in creative multimedia and another one in marketing.
You have 2 degrees?
I am a Bachelor of Science, and don't you forget it.
Loving it.
Thank you very much.
You have 2 degrees?
2 degree Butler,
So you've 1 degree, 2 masters, and
Aye.
1 degree.
One undergrad, 2 masters,
You've
PhD, and a second one on the way.
And you've got two degrees.
2.
2 degrees.
Yep. Well, what have you got?
A great podcast.
No. What have you got?
Of 3 penalty points. Nothing.
You've street
Did you not go to uni? You
No,
always
I-
strike me as a uni guy.
No,
by the way.
when I was 16, I was told I had a reading age of a 12-year-old.
That's balls. I don't believe in shit like that.
Who told you?
Do you know what I think?
The teacher.
Do you know what?
Then he put me into a cold shower.
Until you can get to the 16-year-old reading age?
Yeah.
No, I failed everything. I failed my leaving cert.
Right. Okay.
So the
Were
people
you
from
being
the
a
si-
bold boy at the time? Is that why?
No, like I'm the youngest. I was the youngest of my family, and I kind of regret a bit of it. Really, it's
What,
a
your
bit
family?
It's a bit, no.
Oh, right.
I regret my education. Yeah, I went to a brilliant school,
Uh-huh.
and my parents worked very hard to get me into a good school, and I kind of pissed it up against the wall.
And
really,
you
like.
balls it up?
Yeah, like in the leaving cert, you do 7 subjects. Back when I did it, it was 7 subjects, and your top 6 scores of the 7, you add up the points, and the maximum you can get at that time was 600 points. So I think if you wanted to do medicine, I think it was like 570,
Mental.
right? I got 180.
You could work at a car wash. Just about.
I'll tell you how bad it was. I didn't even. The first course you could do was at 220. The first course was at 220, and that was nautical
What was that?
science,
Fucking nautical science?
which is the sea.
Right.
That was one of the courses you did.
No, I
that's what he
couldn't.
could have.
Oh, sorry.
That's what he didn't qualify
I couldn't even work offshore.
Yeah. They couldn't even put you
They
underwater.
even put me underwater.
Yeah. That's how
That's
dumb
how bad
you
it
were.
was. So I never went to university. I have nothing. I didn't
Yeah.
own a laptop till I was 31.
Do you not think though that if you try, this is what education. This is where I get into taking my Hitler glasses off here. Just all because education is one of these things where people think that if you have a qualification, that it means, oh, you must be smart. It fucking never means that.
You can buy a degree, literally.
Yeah, but it literally never. Even if you have a degree, even if you've bust your balls, like I bust my balls to get my PhD, right? It means nothing in the real world. Do you know what my PhD was about? True story. This is what it's called. What do you just hear, by the way? Fucking fellas falling asleep here and fannies just drying up, right? You'll actually be able to hear the moisture leave the room, right? Now, it was a history of newspapers in Belfast from 1855 to 1910. Now, am I a world-leading expert on that? Yes. Am I the only expert on that in the world? Yes. Does anyone give a fuck? No. Has it ever opened the door? No. Has it ever removed a pair of knickers? No.
No, definitely not. Was it just all about the Andytown news? Is that what it was?
No, Andytown. No, Aaron. No. I tell you what, the three main papers that I did use were the newsletter, because it was around the Telegraph and what do you call it? The fucking Belfast Morning News, which sort of became the Irish News. But I mean, boring.
Yeah.
But why did you pick that?
I was intrigued. I was interested in it. I thought somebody should fucking write a history about that. I was interested in the history of journalism. Nobody was really doing it. I thought a problem in Irish history generally is like once you go back past partition, people don't really do anything about up here, because they go, historians from down south generally be like, oh, it's in the fucking north, not fucking doing anything about that. And then ones from up here go, oh, it's part of British history, so we'll do a British history thing. So the north often gets left out. So I thought, I'll do this thing about Belfast. No one gave a fuck. That was it was the most isolating experience I've ever had, and I used to wank in a cold shower. It was so grim. Like
I was thinking about going to do an open university course.
See now though, this is something that's interesting. See if you go to learn something now, I bet you will fuck, because I've seen this with a lot of mature students that I would have taught. People rake through stuff. See, when you're an adult and you're interested and motivated in something, you'll fly through it.
Yeah.
All that reading age bullshit, it is bullshit.
I was trying, so during the pandemic, I did level 1, level 2 air traffic control exams, because I was going to
lead the alien landing, like, just fucking semaphoring them into East Belfast. Like.
It's the fact you stopped at level 2. What was level 3? Or
I failed level 2.
Ah, okay. Now we know why. But, maybe don't go into open university.
No, so I fascination with airplanes, right? Now, not plane spotting, but I love engineering of flight. So like, I love engineering, right? So I'll give you an example. When I lived in London, one of my hobbies was I used to love to go to St. Pancras train station and just look at the train station. The engineering, like.
Why is your life a Harry Potter movie?
No, yeah. That's where he fucking goes. That's
9 3/4, baby.
Is,
yeah, I've never watched Harry Potter.
Oh, really? I just did a fucking. We just finished we watch it through twice a year. We just finished the first one, like the first watch through of the year.
First year watch through.
The first watch through of 2023 just finished. Literally.
When will the second one happen?
I like to start it going in the September time. So by the time you get towards like Deathly Hallows, it's near Halloween. You do one a week, you know.
Yeah, that's
good stuff.
Fuck all
Great,
this.
delighted for you, buzzing.
Good use of time there. Watching the entire Harry Potter franchise.
How
much time do you have?
Here, not a lot, but I'll make time.
I know, because you're watching every Harry Potter movie twice a year.
I'll make time for a movie.
What would
2 hours.
Would you do something like that? Would you watch Harry Potter the entire franchise twice a year?
He hasn't watched it once yet.
I've never even seen one episode of it. I've never even seen fucking. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I've not seen anything. Lord of the Rings, never seen it.
I've not seen Lord of the Rings. Game of Thrones, never watched anything.
Never watched Game of Thrones. Nothing. Not interested.
You're seething right now.
Anything.
I don't like Game of Thrones. I don't care about Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Anything that is fantasy and not close to reality, I can't. I have no interest in it.
What, Harry Potter?
No interest in it.
Why? Because it's not real.
Yeah.
Yes, because Goodfellas was.
But that's based on a that can be kind of true.
Yeah.
It's not
Goodfellas
fucking
is
aliens
based on
and
a
shit
real guy.
like.
But Harry Potter could be based on like.
Not fucking aliens.
Harry
coming
Potter. Imagine you sit down and watch The Philosopher's Stone, and somebody turns around and goes, "It's based on a true story."
Mate,
you go, "Get in the fucking sea, you cunt!" Oh my god.
Look, fucking phone a cab guy looked like Voldemort, so say what you want,
fair
right?
enough,
the plus fucking same witch trials.
I was no wand he was waving around though, was it?
Be great if he did say,
Yeah.
Wingardium Leviosa.
And then, I'll make your knees disappear.
Having a fucking clue what they're talking about.
I did a joke, a shit joke about that at a gig yesterday where I haven't seen a better ad for value cabs in my whole life, right? And some guy goes, phone a cab. And I went, no, dickhead, that's the joke, isn't it? That's the joke, isn't it?
What gig was that?
Limelight FA Cup final hosted by Dr. Ciaran Bartlett.
I wanted to ask you guys a question, right? If I was to go and do an open university course, what do you think from how you know me, what do you think I would do? What would you think would suit me?
Accountancy.
Engineering. Why don't you do like a science-based course? Yeah.
Really?
STEM, yeah.
He couldn't get the level 2 in the fucking notes.
But he wasn't really interested in that. I bet you, see if you gave him something that was like something to do with fucking aeronautical engineering or something, I bet you'd be interested in it.
No, it's not for you.
I was thinking about doing counselling.
Yes, do accountancy.
Counselling or accountancy?
No, counselling.
Counselling?
I want to be a therapist.
Oh,
to people,
fuck
like,
no, not you. This is a therapy session for you today. Like, this is an intervention we're basically having right now.
I'd be like, so what's wrong?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Do you know why I couldn't do that? I'd say to somebody what's wrong when they were telling me, I go, see mate, this was like a time I did something because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Just
make it.
I would.
narcissism,
My
like-
mom was a counsellor, right? She used to work with people who had anxiety, and so she used to do an anxiety group, right?
The idea of that gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
On a Wednesday,
showing up for the anxiety group, you're like,
on Wednesday, every Wednesday, 2:00, my mom used to drive across Cork to go and do her anxiety group. So she was she would have, say, 10, 15 people who living with terrible anxiety, and she would counsel them, and I would drop her over, and I had to pick her up at 3:30, right? And she used to always say, "We can't be late now." I was like, why? Because they'd get anxiety. Because she'd be late, and they'd be anxious to see whether she'd be turning up or not. Like, it's fucking, these people can't sleep, because they're so fucking anxious. And one particular day, I took my mom to see her favourite singer. It was a guy called John Splann. And we were coming
I know
out,
him.
You know John Splann?
I know the music.
Yeah, John's amazing, right? We were walking out of the Everyman Palace Theatre in Cork. We were walking out, and this woman just went up to my mother and grabbed her in the arm. And she went, hello. And my mother just went, all right. As if a bit like, who the fuck's that kind of thing. And there was a man standing next to the woman. And the woman had my mum by the arm. And I didn't know what was going on. I was like, maybe they work together or something like that. And then this woman turned around to my dad. Not my dad. This woman turned around to this man and said, that's the woman. And she goes, that's the woman that saved my life. Because my mum was one of her my mum coached her through anxiety. So ever since then, I thought, you know what? My mother was going back to the car. We were walking back to the car, and she felt so good. She goes, I never said anything because of confidentiality and all that. You're not supposed to. It's a very confidential industry. And she goes, but she felt amazing. You know that somebody. She got that feedback because normally when you do therapy with somebody and you finish therapy, they go off and live their life. You kind of don't really know what kind of happened. You can only give them advice or give them some tools to help them, but you don't actually see it enforced. I think my mum got a great kick out of that. She was always really nice to be able to see that this woman was living a good life now.
Isn't John Splann the guy that sings a song called Princess Street?
Princess Street, yeah.
He's a weird wee bastard, isn't he? Great guitar player, but he's one of those people that when he's playing music goes like a slut.
Yeah.
oh.
He's very funny though.
Oh, won't you meet me on Saturday night?
Yeah.
I love the way you say that with your T's sometimes, you know. Oh, I have terrible regret.
Yeah.
Luke, can you go on Spotify and type in John Splann, Princess Street?
Oh, it's a great tune.
Can I tell you really funny about John Splann, if you don't mind, very quickly? My mum's favourite singer is John Splann. My mum used to say, Christy Moore, if he was on the garden, I'd close the fucking curtains. Right? She didn't like Christy Moore.
I love Christy Moore.
I know, I like Christy Moore, but my mum never liked him, right? My mum got diagnosed with cancer in 2017, and I thought, you know what would be really nice if we could get John Splann to do a gig, or bring her to a John Splann gig. I thought one better. So I emailed Sony Records, and I said, would John Splann be interested in coming to my mum's kitchen and doing a private gig to me mother, right? And I put in the whole stage 4 cancer, teary eye kind of thing, right?
An emoji for that, is
Yeah,
there?
right. So anyway, got an email back the following day from John Spillane.
It's just a stage with the number 4 on it. Sorry, that's terrible.
But anyway,
no,
it's
no,
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
no, it's all right. She
My
would
mum-
have loved that joke.
Trust me, my mother made more jokes about her cancer than I ever did, right? Anyway, got an email from the following day from John Spillane, who was in Australia on tour at the Irish Traditional Festival, saying, "Hi, Andrew. I'll definitely do it. When do you want to do it?" So John Spillane, 6 weeks later, came back from Australia, turned up to my mum's house in front of 30 people, invite only. Her school friends from Dundalk all drove down, her sisters. I have a whole video. It's up on my Instagram. It's on my Instagram page. My mum didn't know anything about it. She went out to get her hair done with my sister. She came back. We got caterers. We set up a stage.
Oh my God, that's
right?
amazing.
We cleaned out the sitting room. We had carpet. And he sat under a light with him thing, and my mum walked in, didn't have a clue what was going on, and there was John Spillane, and she was like, "What's this?" She goes, "He's going to do a 2-hour concert for you." In her sitting room, right? He sat down, he played, we all watched it. It was the best gig I was ever at, and I'm a big fan of him as well. He sings, he plays guitar. My mum's sitting there. My mum didn't really drink, right? She had a double gin and tonic, right? Double gin and tonic. She was fucking steaming, right? Her school friends, right? So John finished up. He ended up playing for 2 hours, just over 2 hours. We had a break. We had soup sandwiches and all that. Then afterwards, John said, "I'm having such a great night. Do you mind if I stay?" So we start fucking drinking with him.
That's unbelievable.
Right?
Isn't it?
And my mother had one of the best nights she said she's ever had. It was only her friends. I wasn't even allowed +1. Like, it was literally like, it's just for my mum. 30 people. And people came from all over the country to come to this concert. So I've always have great time for John.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like he
unreal.
was such an amazing. But play a bit of the song there, look. I don't know if you know him, but he's a brilliant singer-songwriter. Christy Moore would sing a lot of his songs.
Great guitar player. Yeah.
Amazing guitar player.
So we're
Have a
all
listen to
sit
this.
here.
Yeah.
I spent Monday
Just have a listen to the
your
first
song.
verse.
Okay. See if you start crying. Mother.
Do you want me to
Dad vocals.
act them when it, like
Yeah,
it's the
do it.
chorus?
Act them out.
I only know the chorus, I think.
What way does he? I don't. Yeah, sure.
We spent Tuesday just walking through town till I saw a
I'm
gold
almost
angel
there.
come
Okay.
tumbling down and waltzing
So
with
you're almost there.
seagulls up in an
Here we go. Here's the chorus now. Here we
Where
go.
the
I think it's not. I think
wind
the
runs her
chorus is-
fingers.
This is the weirdest day of my life. Why are we doing
I
this?
think the chorus is
Look what
now.
you're
I think
fucking
the chorus is
dressed
now.
as.
Yeah, and this is the least weird thing about
me
it.
on Saturday night.
We'll dance in the shadows between the street.
Yep.
This
That's
is like
not
one of
bad.
those times. Do you ever see when someone tries to get you to emotionally connect to something that means something to them? Like, have you ever had like, you know, like a weird cousin or something go to you, listen to Disturbed doing Sound of Silence, and they put it on at a party, and you're like, no, but it means this to you, but to me it's just
fuck
fucking
all, yeah.
some guy. Do you know, I gigged in here. The first time I ever gigged in here, I was supporting the Irish singer-songwriter Declan O'Rourke. in
Oh,
here,
very good.
Right?
Declan's
So
great.
That was a fucking good gig for me in here, right? And this was when I was I'd finished studying, and I went back to music for a bit before I came back to stand up, and I came to do a gig in here. I was telling Aaron about this earlier, and me and our Kevin came here. And we went in that wee room back there, and Declan O'Rourke was there, and it was like, holy shit, this is fucking Declan O'Rourke. Like, where some of you are going, who the fuck's Declan O'Rourke? Fuck up right now, anyway. So imagine it was Ed Sheeran, except good, right? And then we went. What was that too much? He's a wee dick, anyway, right? Anyway, we're in there, and you all did that as if like Ed Sheeran was sitting here.
Yeah.
Oh, don't say that about him. Anyway, we're in there, and there was another guy doing support that night. He wasn't anywhere near as good as me. Anyway, we were in there, and I was only getting to do about 4 or 5 songs, and this cunt was getting to do about 5 or 6. Anyway, so we were in there, and O'Rourke was there, and he has a song called Whatever Else Happens, right? It's a lovely song, right? And we're sitting there, and he started playing it, and I had my guitar, and because I'm a great cool bastard, I started sort of adding little queefs to it, if you will, right? Wee queefs, wee bits, and doing a wee bit of back vocals, right? And it was gorgeous, right? And then this guy, the other guy, started on, and he couldn't sing, but he could really play like fuck, this other guy. And he was adding wee bits, and it was fucking amazing. Our Kevin was just sitting there practically baiting the balls himself, right? And at the end of it, O'Rourke goes, "Oh, that was great. Do you just want to do that on stage tonight?" And I went, "Yeah." And he goes, "Yeah." And I went, "Yeah, that would be unreal." And he goes, "I'll call you up on the stage when we're going to play that song." And he goes, "The other guy, you up for doing that?" And he went, your other man went, "Yeah, but like, let's just like rehearse that again a couple more times here." And O'Rourke just went, "No." And I thought that was funnier.
I know, man.
Did you hear it? That was me taking a big bite out of a shit sandwich there. And then we went up and did it, and it was fucking unbelievable. Yeah.
You have no idea how much he was excited about that backstage.
I know.
You were not there. Because when he told me it, I had the exact same reaction you all had. And I went,
do you know how,
yeah.
Do you know how often it is that I come to a place and I can go, "I have a story about gigging in here"? Never. And I thought, I have a story about the Duncairn. Also today, I went to the Duncairn Community Centre, different place. It's down there. Seems to be heavily affiliated to loyalism. So that was good. That was good. Fuck's sake.
Well, it's great to have you back in the Duncairn.
Yeah.
Now, listen. We're going to bring up Amy, who's going to do the questions with us. Amy, Amy does the radio with me in the mornings as well. She's coming onto the podcast. We got all your questions from the audience, so we're going to crack on with these. Give it up for Amy McGuckin, everybody.
Right, cool.
Right, okay. So this one I thought was really nice. Comedy really helped me and my hubby get through a really difficult time in our lives. I want to know, what do comedians turn to when they need something to lift them up? I thought that was really nice.
One of my things that I love doing when I'm feeling down is go on YouTube and type in people missing their cruise ships. It's American people who are late back to their cruise ship and the ship just pulls off the pier and you see these fucking idiots and that makes me laugh. But they say difficult time. What picks me up on a difficult time?
Yeah, like if you need a wee pick-up, apart from the videos.
I don't really. I just suffer really.
I tell roomfuls of people my Declan O'Rourke story.
And then they have to find something to make them feel better.
What about you, Aaron? Just get dressed up like that?
Yeah, like you guys need to remember, I'm 34. I don't have like a wife. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have any kids. I don't ever feel like it. Like I always feel pretty good at any given day.
Yeah.
Like, so I can't relate.
I feel pretty okay most of the time.
So
you don't.
Nutsies don't have anything then?
Just don't be. You know what I mean? If you're feeling bad, you know.
Are you just if you're feeling bad, just don't.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't be doing the counselling
I'm
course.
just like trying to give advice.
If your head's away, fuck up.
Yeah. Like, that's just what I'm saying.
yeah.
I think
All
that's
right.
the best advice.
Let's hear from a lady's point of view. Amy, what do you do when you're feeling down?
What would I do? Probably walk. I always walk the dog. You have to have a wee dog walk. Walk the dog. Watch some reality TV. Andrew knows I love reality TV. Really, really shitty, like reality TV that's pointless, but I love it.
I'm watching a
Declan O'Rourke documentary.
My hell
This is
gig in
worse.
Belfast.
I'm currently watching a fucking barbecue competition on Netflix.
Yes, I
Is
know
anybody
it.
else watching that shit?
What's it called?
Oh my god! It should be. I don't know.
There was one called
I think it's-
Pitmasters.
Is it this? It's
don't know.
basically people again going, "Well, I'm from Tennessee. I know barbecue," and they're all fatter than the other ones.
Yeah.
It's just the next person comes on is even bigger,
Class.
and the brush butter on things.
On
Yeah.
me.
They have like B&Q tools for cooking. Do you know what I mean?
That's
like,
a dream.
Oh, you need to drill these ribs and then and then hammer frozen butter in the middle of it. Yeah. You're like, well, it's just gonna kill you at 30. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here, let me taste a wee bit.
American.
Break me off a piece.
Yeah. I think the best thing is just having friends to reach out to and people you can talk to about that sort of stuff. Yeah, to be serious for a minute. Yeah.
Stand up though was always something I would have done.
Stand-up helps us,
I would
yeah.
have gone and watched stand up, a lot.
Yeah,
Like
being around other people,
Yeah.
I think, can help because, for support and for just like just social.
Yeah, I think
Get your mind off things.
I think in the last 5 years, I wouldn't be afraid of telling people I was feeling shit about stuff.
Yeah, well, that's nice to be able to do.
And I've got like 3 people that I know are decent when you tell them that. Like,
violent video games. Another
Get the anger
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Like here, you're feeling down, win the war for Germany. You'll feel a whole lot better. You'll feel a whole lot better.
Win the war for Germany.
Mate, I've done.
Does the game continue after you win the war? Like it
You
shows
do. No,
you
it's
like
like
what happens?
it's like you win different. Like the games I play, like you can basically defeat the D-Day landings, and then nothing happens.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? Well, here, fucking, like you can do all sorts though. Do you know what I mean? You can fucking, I don't know. You can be Harry Potter in a new game. You can fucking
different
rake,
games, yeah.
You can rake around Hogwarts on a fucking broomstick and
Yeah.
zap people.
That's a
Now,
good
is
time.
that not a bit of crack?
That's a good time.
You can steal cars on Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
You can steal cars in North Belfast. Whatever. Whatever.
What the game was based
You live
on.
in a completely different fucking world than I do, man. It's
I do?
Yeah, I don't
Why?
play any computer games.
You're not a
mate, do
gamer?
it. Do it. It's great.
No, I'd be too addictive to it. I'd get too addicted.
People say
know.
that, but you can you're not going to miss anything important over it, are you?
Exactly.
I mean, I am pretty much addicted to it, and I'll still make it to things. I was here today. I made it here today. Do you know what I was doing
You went
before
to the
I
wrong
left here?
fucking place.
I did, but I left in good time. I left early enough to go to the wrong place and still be on time for
That
this.
is good for you.
But I'm changing. No, I'm
You
growing.
changing?
You're
growing?
I'm growing. You know, just like look at me filling this whole sofa. No, like I'm growing as a person because I've decided I'm going to be on time for shit
Love
now.
that for you.
Because I was starting to realize people were getting increasingly pissy with me when I was always late.
It is annoying when people are late.
But they were doing things that were like they would go like, "Oh, thanks for joining us." I'd be like, "Fuck up." You try getting across. Try the West Link at any time of day, but like especially like around.
Today's bad.
Oh, mate, today rare.
Today's a bad day for the
Rare.
wrestling.
I'm going back over the mountain.
Okay.
Good man.
Right, lads, we got to get through these questions. All right.
Sorry. Apologies.
Next question.
Right, this one I'm quite excited about actually. So this is from Anna Sophia. Andrew, how did it go when the missus met the family this weekend?
Oh, my girlfriend met my family for the first time.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, sorry. to
She's
hear.
dead.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah, it was fine. Next question.
That's all I found out.
Oh, no, it was great.
That's all. Do you know what I'll say about that? Whenever, like, that's my worst nightmare is having to deal with like another person's family. Like, see, one of the main reasons I think I'm not in a relationship with anybody is because I dread or fear having to get a text or a call, be like, we have to go to Uncle Jimmy's marriage barbecue, fucking bar mitzvah communion ceremony on Saturday, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. But they're your significant other, so you have to do it. But I don't want it.
Good thing to do is to find somebody whose family is
It's all
broken.
gone. Yeah. That's what I need.
You
If there
know?
are any women with zero context
You
to
know?
anybody, that'd be great.
No, yeah, I see what you mean. We, Judy came down to Cork and she loved it, and it was great having her there, and everyone loved her, so it was great.
There you go. There's the nice simple answer.
Superb.
All right.
Superb.
Great bit of Donald Trump hand there. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was.
Superb.
Great gal. Great
Great
gal.
Have you ever had a rare experience of meeting a partner's family? Or boyfriend or girlfriend's family?
Don't say boyfriend. Look at me.
Have you?
No,
rare experience,
mine's
no?
all been pretty decent enough.
I've had a few fucking...
few ropey ones.
No, fuck it. Sorry.
All right,
no, well,
all right.
well, rare enough. Like where you get there and say to something, you know, when you're trying, like, for instance, if I hear like somebody is say a musician or something, like maybe like a da or a fucking a ma, I'll go. I hear you play music because that's something I can fucking go. I play a guitar. I've played for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a human. So are you. Like normal.
That's the common
weirdness
ground.
And then,
That's
but sometimes
normal.
you'll go, I hear you're a musician, and they go, yep.
Oh,
But
And you go,
that,
what do you play? Guitar. So do I. What guitar do you have? It's a guitar.
see, was it that lady down the back of the room
No,
that Andrew was talking
yeah.
about, the Cork
Yeah.
lady?
What do you work at? Work.
Yeah, I work at work.
She's from Newmarket, just down there.
I know, yeah.
The worst thing is when you meet an in-law or a family member is because I'm a comedian. They kind of like they know you're a comedian. They know they're meeting somebody who does comedy, and what they'll have done is they will have YouTube you. They will have stalked you online, and then you arrive, and they will tell you what they don't like about your comedy before they will say, "You're a comedian." Ari goes, "Yeah." Do you know what I don't like?
Yeah. Or you think you're funny, do you? Here, I have a joke for you, and it's racist.
And it's always racist.
But it always is. It
That
always
is so true.
Yeah.
That is so true. I met a guy recently out in Bangor, and he said to me, like, I was introduced. He goes, "Oh, that's Andrew Ryan does comedy." And the guy, I swear to God, just went, "Listen to this one." This guy walks into a show. I just went, "What the fuck has happened here?" And I have to sit here and listen to this joke. Anyway, next question.
right. Next one. Okay.
Did you just hit her?
Yeah, I just
by
got hit. I just got hit on
next
stage.
question.
Next fucking question.
This is what happens behind the scenes. You just can't see it in the radio, but this is what it goes.
Yeah.
I was just like, you just like go next question. I just meant to go like next question.
You
And
just
then I
like hit the cough button, smack each other.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Just fucking-
Andrew happy slapping presenters.
just next fucking question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one, Amy.
Right, okay, so this is actually about the radio. So after the recent clip of Andrew going in hard on Range Rover drivers, which was spot on, I did raise on a podcast about Audi drivers being bastards. For us, Andrew still drives an Audi.
I have an Audi, yeah. Why the fuck?
Discuss.
Who is that? Who the fuck is that? Audi drivers, listen, the Range Rover thing, it could have been any car, just the one that just popped, Range Rover popped into my head. But I did see Range Rovers parked very badly and I stayed in my head.
It's
so,
annoying
yeah.
when people just park them like a dickhead, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
just like
horrendous,
fucking
man.
like three. Like there's taking up 2 spaces. See when somebody actually takes up 3, I'm
a skill.
mate, I'm beyond myself. Like
Yeah.
I'm losing my mind at that point.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know what I'm down to buy? And I mean, I don't know if I'll ever get this because I know nothing about cars. An Amarok, have you seen them?
Yeah.
A Volkswagen Amarok. It's like the Volkswagen pickup truck.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know anything about cars, but when I see it, I go, like, I don't like. I love it. They're class looking. I know not like I know nothing about cars, but I want to go over every time I see one. I want to go over the. I actually almost did this in the Tesco car park the other day. Some guy was sitting in his window down. And I was so close to going over and going, how's she treating you, mate? And I'd be like, what about the motor? What is it? But yeah, unbelievable.
Right. Okay.
Great car.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got a question. Aaron, what's up with the Crocs? They've been called into question.
Oh, I'm only seeing them now. That's
See,
rare.
it's mad, aren't they?
Well, it matches his outfit.
Like you had to.
Thanks, Amy.
Did you have to walk?
Amy
Did you
gets
walk
it.
here or did you drive here?
I drove here.
Did you drive with the Crocs on? Can you
Yeah.
drive with Crocs on?
You can
Don't
do
slip
anything
off, you
in
know?
these.
What size are your feet? Look at what size are they?
I think these are 8.5, 8, something like that.
What size are you?
9s.
I'm 10.
Yeah,
What are you,
yeah.
Amy?
5.
Is that the same for men and women? Is 5 women,
Was
5
it you
men?
who told me that apparently men's shoes, so if you're a 5 man, it's actually a 4?
For a woman?
Was it you told me that?
No, what would I know?
Somebody told me that.
I wouldn't have known
just
that.
to make men feel better about the size of their feet.
Okay.
Apparently, if you're a 10 man size, it's actually a 9.
Good that, like.
female
it's good.
size.
10 is good, like. It's good, solid
I
round
have
number.
what you might describe as fat feet, shockingly. But do you know they're normal when I lift them off the ground? And when I put them down, they go.
Yeah.
Like it's actually mental. So I need like a
Yeah.
nice widely proportioned shoe.
Okay.
I need like chopping boards.
I
Do you know
think
what I mean?
Crocs would you would get away with
Mate,
Crocs.
I can't do anything to draw more attention to myself. I can't do it. If I walk about in sandals or shorts or anything, people
But
just
the
be like, all
attention-
right.
But if the attention's already there, surely it doesn't make a
Nah,
difference.
because then it's wrong attention though. Then it's like people coming over and going, can I get a photo of you? And then they take a photo of my Crocs.
You're in a big purple T-shirt. It's you know what I mean. I think it's all good. I think you could wear Crocs and
the
everyone would be
t-shirt,
like, all right.
the t-shirt's on my terms. Me throwing Crocs in the mix, like
Crocs is on your terms too. No one's forcing you in them.
they're mental. That's mental.
I
haven't
look
got-
like
you haven't got
somebody
these
that's like,
stabilisers?
one flew over the cuckoo's nest or something like that. It looks fucking weird.
It is mental, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, right, next
I
question.
appreciate it though.
Thanks very much.
Next question, Amy.
I
Crocs are
respect
good.
your right to be able to wear them.
Yeah. Thanks.
Right, this one's for you, Andrew. Do you see yourself moving away from comedy and more into media radio presenting full time?
Yeah, this is last gig.
Where do your loyalties lie?
No, I'm on a break from comedy now, though, for 6 months.
6 months.
You're not
For me,
really.
yeah, I'm
though.
doing a few
No.
gigs here and there, but
You
I'm
will
not.
be doing gigs. Because
I
here's what'll
smell
happen.
poops.
They'll offer you money and you'll go,
Yeah, I'll go,
all right,
yeah,
I'll do
I'll
it then.
go.
And then I'll go, all right, I'll get the flight. Sure, I'm not doing anything anyway. Sure, I'm not working that weekend. I may as well do a bit. You will do loads.
Yeah.
You know
Early
you will.
ones might take it out of you though.
6
Early?
months.
No.
That's
No,
a
I'm
long
thinking about
time.
taking a. I'm on a break this summer, so I normally would go to England every weekend, which I've done for the last year. Really, every weekend, 3 weekends in a month on
That's
average.
knackering, like as well.
And I've taken the summer off now because I'm doing the radio, so I now want to learn the radio because Decky's going on holiday in August and
I
we
know,
have to
we're
run
gonna
the
have to
show,
learn.
and I'm terrified of
Did you ever
running
get to
running a
England and
breakfast
just
show.
go, for fuck's
Yep.
sake?
Every time.
Huh?
As
Every
soon as you
time.
step off the plane in England, they go, bollocks.
I'm here again.
What a fucking terrible choice I've made.
Yep.
Oh,
But the thing is, I'm going to a job I love, so it doesn't bother me.
That's great.
So
Oh,
I'm
no,
taking
it
a break
bothers
this
me.
summer. I'm only doing a couple of gigs here and there, but I'm off because I've just filmed a special, and I'm on tour in 2024 with a brand new show.
There you go.
So I'm
Very
chilling out
exciting.
this summer.
Very exciting. But you're enjoying the radio.
I do, yeah. It's
Yeah.
good. Crack.
what's the mornings like right enough?
6 to 10?
No, that's what I mean. What's that like though, getting up? No, I mean, I know the clock. Is there... Is that because I heard you saying earlier you get up at like fucking 5 a.m.
5 to 5.
5.
5 to 5. And I have to leave at 13
brutal?
minutes past.
Yeah, well, I did sleep in this week, one day this week.
Oh,
I
did you have a wee sleep in?
Didn't get until 6:15, totally spent in sleep. Missed the start of the show. But we then made the show about being late.
Good. Yeah, you were contributing themes.
If anything,
Yeah.
it was so I get out, I don't know, what time do you get out of bed?
About 22.
5.
Yeah.
you get
so-
up at 20 to 5.
Yeah.
I get up at 5 to 5 and I have to leave the house at 13 minutes past 5 to be in the car park there for 25 past 5, and it takes about 4 minutes to get to the studio.
Imagine how sad I would be by like 8:30 in the morning.
Oh, by half six?
I'd be fucking clawing the walls. And then you have to be like energetic and like fucking, it's breakfast.
No, but you know what?
fucking
Do you know
like-
what? Do you know what? We get in at 5:30. We get in at 5:30.
You're buzzing at 5:30.
I get in at 5:30 fucking wired, like. So we get in 5:30. We talk about what are we talking about today. We check out the showbiz news. So, for example, if there's a big news story where somebody's died, like for example, like when the Queen died, I wasn't there at the time, but when the Queen died, you can't play any songs from the band The Queen. Because you have to be very
Queen?
from the band The Queen.
Or like if
yeah,
someone's
'cause it's
shot, you can't play like Shotgun next
you can't
song.
play like a shot. If there's been a car crash, you can't play songs where they're talking about cars in the fucking song, like. So that we have to do all the prep, and then we go up at 6, and then the IPN news is it.
I would have such a time specifically making a playlist before that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just all DOE advert songs.
Yeah, do you know what I
just
mean?
so
Yeah,
you can-
yeah.
I can't take my
I know, yeah. But like,
I can't take
Getting fucking Samantha Mumbo on the go.
Body to
Body to
body.
body.
I wanna walk you
Forehead
home.
to forehead. You know what I mean? Oh, I'll be getting into it. That's mental.
but it's grand though. It's good. The mornings are fine. It's only Monday to Thursday. You're Friday, but
I
I'm
couldn't
Monday to
cope with
Thursday.
that. I would be, oh mate, I wouldn't even be, as I say, I wouldn't even be angry. I would be deeply sad.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
people would be going, what's wrong and all? Like, is your life falling apart? And I'd be like,
But you know
"What's
what?
wrong?"
I absolutely love doing it.
What,
So
and
you
then
finished at
do you
10?
sleep? Do you like? I'm just very intrigued. Do you have to go for a wee nap in the
No.
afternoon then?
I stay. I
sometimes.
sometimes. Do you know
You
what?
go to
I
bed early?
powered. I
Goes to
try
bed
and
at
power
4
through.
o'clock.
I try and power through. So we finish at 10. We get out of there about 10:30.
Yeah.
But tomorrow we have to stay and we have to edit a few bits. But we're going to Cork.
Oh,
Well, this
you heard it here first.
Oh,
Hold
I don't
on.
know if you're allowed to. Oh,
Well, this won't be out for ages.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just.
We're taking Q Radio to
120 people.
Cork for a few days. We're broadcasting in Cork.
I don't know if it's really a secret anyway.
Yeah,
fuck
I don't
it.
think it's breaking news.
No.
I don't think there's paparazzi outside. Do you know Q Radio's going to Cork? Can you believe they're getting in a real car and driving to Cork? They're actually going to do a
I
broadcast.
fucking knew this
from
was coming.
Cork.
Like, I knew this was going to come now. Like, right. I
Cool
opened the
FM
door.
frantically trying to fucking get in there before them.
Trying to get a trip down to Limerick.
Down to Cool Kenny. Oh, they love it. Yeah.
Cool Kenny. Very good. Very good.
Very funny, by the way.
That's
Very funny.
fucking great.
Anyway, no, I love doing it. It's great crack, and I
Yeah.
think it suits me. It suits
Do you go to
my-
bed early at night though?
I'd probably be asleep. I try and get into bed by about 10:15. I try.
Are you a
I-
6-hour guy? I can't do
I'm a
6.
6-hour
I need,
guy,
I
yeah.
need, I need 7. I need
just
7.
before
prefer
I
8.
go to bed, in cold shower, fucking sleep straight away.
Yeah. No dirty business.
Right, we got to wrap this up. 1 or 2 more questions. We got to go.
This one was for Ciaran, so I'm going to do this. Will Ciaran
Intriguing.
sing Blue Moon from Catherine?
What's blue?
Can he sing Blue Moon?
Blue
Is that
Moon,
Man
the
City
city
song?
song? The Man City song?
Yeah, I think that was
Fuck
Is that why you want to? I thought it was from Greece. I was like, oh,
No,
that's
that was a
fucking-
dig at
It is?
the FA Cup final yesterday.
That hurts me.
Yeah,
Oh, it was
who's
fucking
that? Who says that?
disgusting.
Catherine, I can see
Who
her
is
on
she?
there.
Where is she? Where is she?
That
Where is
hurts
she?
my
Officially banned for life.
My wee feelings. What are you on about? That match. See at oh mate. See if somebody said like he scored so quickly yesterday. It would literally take me longer. Right, he scored after 13 seconds. It would take me 14 seconds to have a 10-second wank. Do you know what I mean? Like there's no like it didn't even make sense. I was literally standing there and I had just like I came out and ripped people up in the limelight for 20 minutes, just slag them off, and then went back in. And I was watching the match on the back of the screen, so everything was backwards. It was very weird. Luke Shaw, brilliant right foot. It was so weird. Everything was reversed, and then Gundogan scores that fucking goal, and I literally was like shaking with like rage, going like. I thought, like, I believe that because I was in the limelight, I thought I was managing United. Because normally when I watch the FA Cup final, it's just in the house.
Yeah.
But yesterday I felt like I was part of it.
Yeah.
And so I remember when they scored, I actually shouted to myself because there There was nobody standing near me. I actually went, I thought I told you to keep it tight. Like, that's what it happened yesterday. It happened. Oh, it was fucking brutal. No, I won't sing their fucking song.
Final question, so Amy.
Okay, if you had to be a roadie for a rock band or star, who would it be and why? That's a good one.
Oh, that is a good
Who would you be?
Oh,
One Direction. You love One Direction,
yeah,
don't
do
you?
you like One Direction?
Do you?
I love
Of course, obviously, yeah.
Does it annoy you if people call them One Dimension? Because
No.
they're so flat?
No, I've never.
Oh, whoa, meow.
That's like a caddy. That's do you know what that is? That's a 2014 Ciaran Bartlett joke. That's what that is. That's when I was a wee bitch.
Yeah.
Amy, who would you do it for?
Yeah, I'll say One Direction because it's quite good, and then you've got varied. You've got a few people with you, and all. Bit of
Okay.
crack.
All right. Ciaran, who would you do?
So like a fantasy band that I would want to see all the time is one type of answer, but another type is who has the least gear. If I'm the roadie, I don't want to be humping gear all day. I want like a Christy Moore or something, so I can go, "Where's your guitar? You can't. I'm away to Subway, right?" You know what I mean? Like, but if it was doing a band that I actually want to see all the time,
Gary Glitter.
do you know what? Fully, fully into Metallica at the minute again. Their new album, fucking banging. Oh mate, I've been trying to learn how to play drums with no kit. Because people, when I tell people I do music, they always assume I'm a drummer because they always think you're a BFD, big fat drummer, right? And I'm like, so there's one of the songs starts with like a double kick on the drums. I've been sitting in my house for ages now, just going. And people are going, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And why does it sound like a fucking Jumanji stampede in here?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yes, Metallica.
So
would be my answer.
Metallica,
Yeah.
Aaron?
Joe Dolan. Joe Dolan. I think me and Joe were kindred spirits.
You're not going to...
Why would I not be Joe Dolan's
Because my
roadie?
dad was Joe Dolan's roadie.
No,
Was
your,
he?
Your
Yeah.
dad wrote speeches for Joe Dolan.
No, my dad, I was born in Athlone, so I grew up in Mullingar, right? Joe Dolan's from Mullingar.
Mullingar, yes, he
yeah,
is.
I grew up
That's
in
where he's
Mullingar.
buried,
So I wasn't born in
dead?
Cork.
Joe Dolan's long dead?
I didn't know.
Joe
2006, sorry.
Yeah. So I wasn't born. I wasn't.
not a
Joe
good-looking
Dolan
one,
died.
anyway.
Yeah, there's a statue of him in Mullingar Town Square. Yeah. So I was born in
There's a wee
Westmead.
book of all the people he's bucked and all the all the inches and all the.
So yeah, my dad and Joe Dolan's brother Ben Dolan, my dad and his brother would have been very good
Ben
friends.
Dolan
Yeah.
is very close to Ben Dolan.
Yeah,
I was thinking
that's
that.
a porn star just waiting to
So
happen.
my dad
Ben
when
Dolan.
Joe Dolan started out and he was doing all the show bands and he was doing the night scene. My dad used to carry his amps and all that kind of stuff. And for many years, my mum and dad used to always go and see Joe, and they would always meet him and meet his brother Ben. And because my dad's from Mullingar, like we moved to Cork when I was 4.
Right.
So
No show like a Joe show.
no show like a Joe show.
Living your dreams.
The band that I would do, it'd be one Fleetwood Mac,
Okay.
the Smiths, or Joy Division.
Joy
You have to-
Division.
you have
Joy Division be too depressing though.
I think Fleetwood Mac might be depressing.
Depressing
Well, I am
too.
just died there, didn't she?
Stevie
Christy
Nicks, great
McVie.
crack, like
Yeah.
Yeah. Go with the Smiths, maybe.
maybe the Smiths.
R. Kelly.
Oh yeah, because the Smiths won't be fucking depressing. Ooh, every song, no.
The Smiths are amazing.
Oh,
man.
I hate the
Ah,
Smiths.
fuck off.
Morrissey, cunt.
Fuck up.
He's a cunt.
Whoa, you do.
I know there's gonna be.
Morrissey's a fucking scumbag, mate.
He is. That's what I mean. Is
Yeah.
he not the Smiths?
I don't like. Yeah, but I remove Morrissey from. When I listen to the Smiths, I'm only listening to Johnny Marr. That's what I think.
Right. Okay.
Even though it's
okay.
Morrissey's voice and it's his lyrics.
So weird.
Anyway, listen.
This is a weird thing to get into a
This
row
is a
about at
weird
the
thing
end
to
of
get
a
into.
day.
You
Right,
like the
listen,
Smiths.
ladies and gentlemen, of Cork in our podcast, we've gone over by 20 minutes. What a
Jesus.
fucking... So
What time
can
is
you
it
leave
right
money
now?
at the door?
Andrew has to go to the radio in 4 minutes.
What time is it?
I've got to go home and get to bed. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely trying to get the Marxies today before 6. What
Yeah,
time?
Yeah,
is it?
you're cutting it fine.
It's yellow sticker day,
That's
guys.
fast.
Yellow sticker
That's what?
day in March.
25 past 5.
Oh,
Listen,
fuck, mate.
It
ladies and
closes at
gentlemen.
5?
There's sausages to be gotten. Like,
No, it's 6. It's fine.
Let
it's
him
fine.
go get
I know.
sausages.
This is a true story.
I know,
Right,
I know it is.
We're finished. Ladies and gentlemen, Ciaran Bartlett, when's your SSE arena?
Oh, I'm doing the SSE twice in November. You can get tickets on Ticketmaster.
So you're doing the SSE twice. Aaron, specials coming out soon?
We're in meetings a long time away, September, October, but yes. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm on a break, but you can watch the special later in the year. Keep subscribing to the podcast every Thursday, and you can follow Amy on Instagram at Sips and Tips, and also on Q Radio as well in the morning, 6 to 10, Monday to Friday.
There you go.
Listen,
Thank you.
Thank you very much to everyone that came out. This is something
Thanks for
new,
coming.
something
Cheers.
different.
Thank you.
Do it on a Sunday afternoon. See you again. Thank you so much. Cheers.